Very good morning, everyone. Is the audio video clear? Can you please confirm? Very good morning. Very good morning. Good to go? Tell me. All right. Thank you. So today we are going to cover 27 to 28th April up to today. Let's begin with the first segment, the ESI Finance and Business News. All right. So first news we have is basically a scheme which is in news, which is Udan scheme. You all know what is Udan, right? Udan refers to Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik. Udan scheme basically was launched by the government with the purpose to make air travel affordable, right? This was the purpose. So Udan scheme, why is it in news? Because recently it has completed, few years of successful implementation. So Udan, Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik was launched on 21st October 2016, remember? 2016 mein launch hua tha, and the first flight was between Shimla and Delhi on 27th April 2017. So these are a few facts which you can remember regarding Udan, okay? And remember 625 Udan routes have been operationalized since then. This is something you can also remember. 625 Udan routes have been operationalized. Everyone, okay? 625. Next news we have is NMCG approving action plan for 2025. So this is basically river management plan. The National Mission for Clean Ganga has approved an annual master plan for the River Cities Alliance. किसके लिए? RCA. River Cities Alliance. So what is this River Cities Alliance first of all? River Cities Alliance को 21 में it was launched, and it is an initiative led by Ministry of Jal Shakti and Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Remember, Ministry of Jal Shakti and Housing and Urban Affairs. Current membership 145. How many cities are part of it at present? 145. Just a second. 145 cities are right now the members of this alliance. Okay, remember that. And which ministries are associated? Ministry of Jal Shakti and Housing Affairs, and basically it promotes comprehensive approach to urban river management. तो RCA क्या है? RCA जो है आपका, it is an alliance between the cities for urban river management, okay, for sustainable development and management of the urban riverine system. So urban river management plans जो हैं, they were a framework for developing such plans were launched in 2020 by the National Institute of Urban Affairs and NMCG. इसको 2021 में National Institute of Urban Affairs and NMCG ने launch किया था. So remember this. Out of all this information, you need to remember what is RC and how many cities are there, which ministries are also associated. So 2 ministries are associated here. Everyone, I hope that is clear, right? So this is the annual master plan released by NMCG. Next one is India has slashed extreme poverty to 2.3% in financial year 2023. If you remember, if you have been my offline batch student, anyone in the ESI segment, if you are following the ESI classes in the paid course, so we have covered poverty and unemployment. In that I have updated the figures, and we have seen that below 5% we have reached, right? But now this is the new data. Yeah, so this is the new data. It says that we have slashed extreme poverty to 2.3% in financial year 23. So this data is coming from World Bank report. That's why it is important. Now what you can do is you can integrate this news with your static portion of ESI as well, right? आप उसके साथ answer writing में भी use कर सकते हैं और उसको update कर सकते हैं with this. So World Bank report says India has made significant progress in reducing poverty, with extreme poverty falling from 16% to 2.3% in 22-23. So remember this, 2.3%, okay? एंड आपको पता है इंटरनेशनल पॉवर्टी लाइन क्या है, अभी इसको भी हमने ESI में कवर किया था. इंटरनेशनल पॉवर्टी लाइन इज $2.15 पर डे, राइट, PPP बेसिस पे $2.15 पर डे. वर्ल्ड बैंक आपका यूज करता है इसको टू असेस द पॉवर्टी रेशियो एंड it is the poverty line presently 2.15. Now the decline has lifted almost 171 million people above the international poverty line, which is $2.15. Also, the World Bank has noted that rural extreme poverty has fallen down from 18.4 to 2.8%, while urban extreme poverty to 1.1%. So it is not only fall in the urban poverty, but it is a fall in both of them, urban as well as rural poverty. दोनों में है decline. And India's 5 most populous states, if you see, like Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Bihar, West Bengal, Madhya Pradesh, they accounted for 54% of the country's extreme poor in 22-23 and 51% of the multidimensionally poor in 1921. जितनी भी poverty है उसमें भी maximum is being accounted by these 5 most populous states. So this is the data coming from World Bank. आपको यहाँ पर international poverty line याद रखनी है, $2.15 per day, then 2.3% this data. Okay. Also remember the urban and rural. Urban has fallen down to 2.8%. Sorry, rural has fallen down to 2.8% and urban has dropped to 1.1%. I hope this is clear, everyone. So revise it carefully and integrate it with your ESI notes of poverty and unemployment. Then next is this news is basically saying close your NPS account after renouncing citizenship. So it has been said by PFRDA. The PFRDA has announced a new guideline for closing your NPS account by any individual who wants to renounce their citizenship, okay, and do not hold overseas citizen of India card. अगर आप citizenship renounce कर रहे हैं अपनी, if you are renouncing the citizenship and also simultaneously you don't hold OCI, that is OCI card, which is overseas citizen of India card, in that case you have to leave the NPS account, right? So this move basically aims to streamline the compliance with the NPS, and only Indian citizens, NRIs and OCI card holders are eligible to open and maintain NPS account. Now this can be an important news, everyone. Pay attention here, right? This point. Remember, they can ask you. So according to the latest guideline by PFRDA, only Indian citizens, NRIs and OCI card holders, these 3 categories only are eligible to maintain and open NPS account. If you are renouncing the citizenship otherwise and you are not among these 3 categories, you have to renounce the NPS as well. So please remember this point. And the entire accumulated corpus then will be transferred to non-resident ordinary bank account. और जब भी आपने renounce किया है तो जो भी corpus होगा, it would be transferred to NRO bank account. So remember this thing. Then moving ahead to regulatory bodies news. RBI recently has imposed penalty on Indian Bank, Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Services. Both of them have been penalized. Why? Let's see. So RBI has imposed penalty on Indian Bank for contravention of certain provisions of Banking Regulation Act, also non-compliance with some directions on interest rate on advances, KCC scheme, lending to MSME sector. So it has not complied with the RBI's guidelines regarding these segments. So 1.61 crore rupees is the penalty amount. Then again, another penalty which has been slapped is of 71.30 lakh rupees on Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Services, because it has not complied with the provisions of NBFCs, that is non-banking financial company, systemically important non-deposit taking company and deposit taking companies, also with the KYC norms. So these are the contraventions for which the 2 banks have been penalized. And remember, ये जो आपके data है, penalty का जो amount है, so there is a confusion कि सारे banks का तो आप याद नहीं रख सकते, right? So the thing is, you have to remember the penalty amount only for such important banks which are major banks. Also write month before your examination, the month before your examination, right? तो अगर बहुत ज़्यादा ही इंपॉर्टेंट है तो आप याद रखेंगे, अदरवाइज जो भी पेनल्टी का अमाउंट है, आप जिस भी एग्जाम को टारगेट कर रहे हो, उसे जस्ट 1 महीने का 1 महीने पहले इट वुड बी सफिशिएंट. All right, then let's move ahead with international news. So first one is China has tested a revolutionary type of hydrogen bomb. China ने एक hydrogen bomb test किया है. So Chinese researchers have tested this, a new hydrogen bomb that uses magnesium hydride to create a sustained fireball without nuclear materials. So इसमें nuclear materials नहीं है. It is using this magnesium hydride. Okay, just a second. China has tested this. The next one is science and technology. Former Meta India head CrackGradeB announces AI Kiran to empower Indian women in AI. Let's see, what is it? So AI Kiran is an initiative basically regarding women empowerment in AI, and it has been launched to foster a vibrant AI community where women can thrive as innovators, change makers and leaders. So via this they want to have women participating in the AI dimension, right, in AI related innovations, changes, AI related integration, etc. It has been launched by CrackGradeB, former Meta India head. AI Kiran आपको ध्यान रखना है. Then next one is ISRO has collaborated with SETI on space medicine research. So this organization is basically your Sri Chitra Tribunal Institute for Medical Sciences and Technology. Okay, this is the full form. So ISRO has signed a framework memorandum of understanding on cooperation in space medicine with the organization. Space medicine के लिए ISRO ने क्यों sign किया है ये MOU? This can be really important, everyone. This MOU of ISRO with the Sri Chitra Institute of Medical Science and Technology is important because via this they will be bolstering ISRO's flagship human space flight initiative, which is Gaganyaan. Gaganyaan mein it would be helping, okay, in researching on human health, microgravity, space medicine, space biology, that how Gaganyaan can be made successful with collaboration in terms of human health and what medicines and what conditions, biological conditions will be there in this manned flight of ISRO, which is planned to be launched very soon, right? So this is the collaboration between ISRO and the institute, remember that. Then next one is NASA's quantum gravity gradiometer pathfinder is in news. NASA basically is leading in the development of quantum gravity gradiometer pathfinder. What is this? It is a compact and highly sensitive quantum sensor. ये क्या है? Quantum sensor है that promises to map Earth's gravity field with unprecedented precision. Quantum sensor है जो gravity field को बहुत ही precisely measure कर सकता है. And in this technology, NASA is leading. So remember the name, quantum gravity gradiometer pathfinder. Okay, and it is first ever space-based quantum sensor, specifically which is designed to measure tiny variations in Earth's gravitational field. Whatever minute variations even if are there in the Earth's gravitational field, it can measure them very precisely. So NASA is leading the way into this. Next one is the Bullseye galaxy, which is a cosmic marvel with 9 rings. 8 rings have been confirmed. So this is the image you can see again. It has rings around it, right? So a team of international researchers recently have discovered a galaxy with 9 rings. Okay, इन्होंने discover किया है with 9 rings, and the very famous Hubble Space Telescope has confirmed the presence of 8 rings. So almost 8 to 9 rings they are there. This is very unusual galaxy, and it has been named as LEDA 1313424, but its common name is more memorable, that is Bullseye galaxy. So you can remember this name, Bullseye galaxy. Then next one is India's first indigenously developed HPV test kit for cervical cancer screening has been validated. Department of Biotechnology under the government, through its Grand Challenge India initiative, has announced successful scientific review and validation. Validation of what? India's first indigenously developed HPV test kits for cervical cancer screening. So it would be helping in cervical cancer screening. And why is it important? Because it is first indigenously developed kit. And these test kits, they have been developed by Molbio Diagnostics Limited, Bangalore, and MyLab Discovery Solutions, Pune. So remember, they have been developed by Molbio Diagnostics and MyLab Discovery Solutions. Next one is ShenZhe 20, China's new step in space exploration. So this mission is related to China. China's ShenZhe 20 mission. It has docked with the Tiangong space station. You see, docking काफी news में है अभी, है ना? Space docking. Lot of countries are doing that. India ने भी किया है. And you all know what is that called? SpaceX, right? You remember that? Everyone, SpaceX. अभी हमने 2 बार सक्सेसफुल डॉकिंग की है अंडर SpaceX recently, इसरो ने. चाइना ने अगेन इट हैज डॉक्ड 2 सैटेलाइट्स इनटू दी स्टेट्स. डॉकिंग का यहाँ पर क्या मतलब है कि 2 सैटेलाइट्स को अपने स्पेस में ही यू हैव ट्राई टू कंबाइन देम और इंटीग्रेट देम, राइट? सो this is docking of ShenZhe 20 mission with the Tiangong space station, and the crew of 3 astronauts, they launched from Zhuoquan. They have arrived on 24th April. They will be staying there in for 6 months, and this is China's 9th crewed mission to Tiangong. Okay, so you need not remember much of the details. आपको सिर्फ इतना ध्यान रखना है, ये ShenZhe 20 mission जो है चाइना का space docking mission है. स्पेस डॉकिंग यही होती है कि आप इन दी स्पेस यू आर ट्राइंग टू इंटीग्रेट, लाइक यू हैव ट्राइड टू इंटीग्रेट दिस स्पेस विद द स्पेसक्राफ्ट विद द इंटरनेशनल स्पेस स्टेशन और 2 सैटेलाइट्स लाइक इंडिया इज डूइंग recently. So moving on to defense, then DRDO achieves major milestone in scramjet engine development. Scramjet, ramjet आपने नाम सुना होगा in the engines. So engine based technology जो आपकी होती है, इसमें we measure the speed with the help of Mach, right? So we call it Mach. Mach basically measures how much times of sound it can travel. Mach. Scramjet जो आपका होता है, it is super fast, right? You have ramjet, scramjet. These are the stages. Different types of engines, not stages. So DRDO has achieved a significant milestone in field of hypersonic weapon technology. It is hypersonic, remember, hypersonic. That means it is a class in which it can travel more than Mach 5. That is 5 times the speed of sound. इसका speed क्या होगा? Mach 5. That means 5 times the speed of sound. Okay, and this has been developed by DRDO, the Defense Research and Development Laboratory under DRDO. What is the achievement? Achievement is that they have conducted a long duration active cooled scramjet subscale combustor ground testing for more than 1000 seconds at the newly built state-of-the-art scramjet connect test facility at Hyderabad. तो यहाँ पर आपको ध्यान रखना है, recently we have developed this scramjet connect test facility. कहाँ पर? हैदराबाद. ये scramjet test facility हमने recently develop की है at Hyderabad. So remember this thing as well. Now this is an achievement for DRDO for scramjet based engines which have a speed of more than Mach 5, that is more than 5 times of the speed of sound. Let's move ahead. Wings India 2026. Wings India 2026 to be held in Hyderabad from January 28 in 2026. So Wings India 2026, the much awaited biennial civil aviation event, ये हैदराबाद में होने वाला है in 28 to 31st, between 28 to 31st January in 2026. And remember, it will be jointly organized by Union Ministry of Civil Aviation, the Airport Authority of India, the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry, FICCI, okay, at the Begumpet Airport. तो लोकेशन आपको ध्यान रखनी है, बेगमपेट एयरपोर्ट, हैदराबाद, 28 से 31. विंग्स इंडिया सिविल एविएशन एक्सपो है. नेक्स्ट वन, मूविंग ऑन टू अवार्ड सेगमेंट. अवार्ड्स में The first one is National Industrial Corridor Development Corporation honored with Udyog Vikas Award. Udyog Vikas Award 2025. So, National Industrial Corridor Development Corporation was honored with this Udyog Vikas Award at the Udyog Vikas event in Kerala. Nothing else to be remembered from here. Let's see appointments. We have 2 appointments here. Anand Ambani has been appointed as Executive Director of Reliance Industries Limited, and KG Suresh has been appointed as Director of India Habitat Center. Conferences mein we have Department of Social Justice and Empowerment under Government of India in collaboration with World Bank has organized a powerful seminar recently, जिसकी theme क्या थी? Hard to reach population, smile और baggery. On 25th April in New Delhi it was organized. Now what was the purpose of this seminar? आपको theme ध्यान रखनी है. The purpose was to address the challenges and formulate strategies related to vulnerable groups, जो आपके poor groups हैं, जो downtrodden segments हैं society के. How can you deal with the challenges and vulnerabilities faced by them, right? Especially for people engaged in beggary, जो beggary में engaged हैं. Under the SMILE initiative, SMILE का आपको full form याद होगा ही, support for marginalized individuals for livelihood and enterprise initiative. So this initiative is known as SMILE. आपको इसका extension भी ध्यान रखना है. And this was the theme organized by Department of Social Justice. Remember, in collaboration with which organization? With the World Bank. Important days mein, we have 2 important days so far. First is World Veterinary Day, 26th April. It was observed. What was the theme of this year? Animal health takes a tip. Okay. Then next one is World Intellectual Property Day, again 26th April. The theme was Intellectual Property and Music. Feel the beat of IP. This was the theme. And these were the 2 important days which you had. Person in news mein you have Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma becoming second Indian to reach 12,000 runs in T20s. So after Virat Kohli only, you all know that Rohit Sharma from Mumbai Indians has joined an elite group by becoming the second Indian cricketer after Virat Kohli to score 12,000 runs in T20 cricket. So that's it for today's CA. Now it's time for the top 5 MCQs. Answer these questions, everyone. First question. The National Mission for Clean Ganga has approved an annual master plan for the River Cities Alliance. You have to tell me presently how many cities are there under the RCA. How many cities are members of this RCA? Very good. 145. Well done. 145. Next one. According to World Bank report, India has made significant progress in reducing the extreme poverty, with extreme poverty falling from 16% to how much percentage in 22-23? Very good. 2.3%. Option D. Yes, 2.3%. Next one. Which of the following organization recently has signed an MOU with the Sri Chitra Tribunal Institute for Medical Sciences and Technology for space medicine, for cooperation related to space medicine? It has been signed by, tell me. Very good. It has been signed by ISRO, right? Option B is the right answer here. ISRO ने साइन किया है गगनयान मिशन के लिए ह्यूमन बायोलॉजी को टेस्ट करने के लिए स्पेस मेडिसिन रिलेटेड कोऑपरेशन के लिए, सो दैट इट कैन बी टेस्टेड दैट व्हाट काइंड ऑफ चेंजेस इन द ह्यूमन बॉडी हैपेंस, एंड गगनयान कैन बी the mission Gaganyaan can be spearheaded, right? So next question, who among the following have joined an elite group by becoming the second Indian cricketer after Virat Kohli to score 12,000 runs in T20 cricket? किसने ये record create किया after Virat Kohli? Rohit Sharma, right? Option C. Next question, which of the following organization is leading in the development of quantum gravity gradiometer pathfinder, which can very precisely measure any change in the Earth's gravity field. Yeah, so NASA is leading into this, NASA. Now this is your learning exercise. The Udan scheme was launched on 21st October 2016, and how many Udan routes so far have been operationalized, connecting 90 airports across India? So you have to tell me how many such routes have been operationalized so far, right? This is your homework question. Now in the last class I gave you the question. NSC recently has revised the eligibility criteria for SME enterprises if they want to migrate to the main board. So it includes a minimum of how much revenue? So that is 100 crores. Everyone, you have given me the right answer. Amritansh, Rajashekhar, Vikas Singh and Namish. Yes, 100 crores is the new requirement, right? So that's it for today's CA. I hope you have enjoyed the class. आज हमारे पास बहुत ज़्यादा regulatory bodies या banking news नहीं थी. So it was just a factual go through. So you can go through it quickly, right? Any doubt from today's session? Girish is saying, covering ESI from phase 2 course. Thank you for making subject more, adding practical explanation. Thank you, Girish. I always want to make you understand in the class itself, right? So that you don't have to go back and then go again through the concept. That's all. Thank you so much for acknowledging it. Keep going. All right then, everyone. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Have a good day. See you in the next session. Thank you.